Cool. I don't want to not do my man.
Yeah, no. So you
I thought
would,
with Randy Hall, it looks like you might accept it.
hold on.
I do.
It's done with
Thing
your
is, I'm
recommendation.
actually-
Yes. So it's once a month.
Yeah, I don't need to do it. I had it.
Oh, that was last year. Last year was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these two. The budget
Muppets.
committee last year.
Oh, yeah, he's the.
Or the second.
Yeah.
Last year. Yeah, last year. Last
Just next
summer, June.
Yeah.
The budget committee got together to revamp. the
Okay.
system from one end to the other because. Yeah, we weren't used to happy with. And brought up the question.
Okay.
I said, is it just me? It's a spreadsheet.
I think we are good. I
Convoluted.
apologize, Mr. Mayor, for the technical difficulties.
Not a problem. We're ready to go.
That's technology.
So we'll move on to committee reports. Counselor Foot.
None this week.
Okay, thank you. Counselor Chalapaco. Do you have a committee report?
No, none this month.
Okay, thank you. Counselor Scott.
Nope, not this month.
Counselor Kirky.
Yes, I do, as a matter of fact.
Thank you.
Source Water Protection Authority. That was Monday. There were no delegation. So we have an interim CEO has been appointed. I had it right here. We've had, the whole organization is in flux right now. And I was going to give you the organizational chart. Here we are. The organizational is, yes. New organizational chart. So Robin Allen is the interim CEO. Chitra Gowda has moved on. Rebecca Morrow continues to be our human resources executive assistant, and she's now the deputy CEO. Aaron Lougheed is manager of finance. Kevin Taylor is senior manager of lands and stewardship. Chris Revar, deputy chief building official, on-site sewage systems. Derek Airdrie, building official inspector, on-site sewage systems. Sarah Swain, mandatory maintenance technician. Sean Cosmic, GIS database department assistant, and Daryl O'Neill, lands and property foreperson. Wayne Duquette, lands and property technician, and Angela Mills is water resource specialist, and I do believe Angela Mills is our contact person for source water. Okay. So that was the changes coming down there. Our new chair is Michelle Lehay. She is Mattawa Municipality of Mattawa. The vice chair is Lana Mitchell from North Bay, City of North Bay. So that's the lineup for that. Other than that, the only change was we got correspondence a couple of meetings ago on that about the no new fees coming down. So that's what I have for source water. And library board meeting, we did, we critiqued our budget presentations because there were 3 budget presentations went down. And, you know, as we know, Debbie came out here and did the one here, and Lori Forth did the ones for Powassan and Chisholm. They were quite a while at Powassan. There were a lot of questions. But then again, Randy, our rep from Powassan, he's fairly new to the library board, so he wasn't completely up to speed on everything that we had done. And so He zoomed into the meeting, part of the meeting last night. So we have, we made a motion to, implement the 2025 budget. So at the library level, that's, the motion's passed. That's the budget, and we can't change it at this point, okay? So in January, we're going to, well, it'll be implemented retroactively this month too. So it'll be from the beginning of January on, pay and all that, so. So Powassan is going to address theirs at their next meeting. We're not sure when their next meeting is going to be because they postponed it for a week, possibly. But Councillor Hall said it was well received in Powassan. And they're talking about the 12 payment system. You're familiar with that, right, Chris?
I am.
Okay, so are we okay? We're all on board with that?
Yeah, we'll make the payments every month. That's fine.
Okay, yeah, so we're just, and Chisholm looks like they're fine with it, and I think they talked to Braden and Powassan. Looks like he's gonna be fine with it. And this is, Randy Hall brought this forward last night. He said there's some real strong potential for collaboration between the library and 250 Clark. That should have been 30 years ago, but anyway, it isn't. Potential is there now, and we're going to work towards that as a board. The resilience grant, we still have to do an event to acknowledge it. By the end of March, we have to do an event to acknowledge the receipt of that. And for the capital grant, the same thing. The seniors, we reapplied for the seniors grant because there's a lot we do with the luncheons and that, and the community conversations that we're having for the seniors. So we always do a lunch with that. So we're applying for a $6,700 grant. We got it last year. Hopefully we'll get it again this year so we can continue the community conversation. It's a good system, and the seniors are really, really adopting it well. OLS, Ontario Library Services, is putting on pay equity sessions March 11th and February 11th. It's $75, and I'll be attending that one. The library's taking care of the $75. Because there was a concern that we didn't have pay equity, but we've dove into the archives and we do have it. We've had it since 1993, and we've pretty much followed the program all along, so we're in decent shape on that. So the activities for the March break, Voodoos are going to do a day at the rink again, and Peter's gonna pay for the rink. He's been really good with the library. Then they're gonna do a baking with Lindsay, and then they're gonna put some outdoor activities. The Save on Energy with the lights. The auditor from Save on Energy came and did an audit and got a price to fix we decided to go with a local contractor. He had a contractor coming out of Smooth Rock Falls who sent an apprentice in who couldn't get the dimmer switches to work. The ones that were already working. He did some rewiring and then it weren't working. So anyway, we called him up and said, you're not getting any of the Save on Energy grant money until you fix the issue. So he's hired a local contractor who's gone through the building and has agreed to go ahead and do it. So they've got that going, and the new heat pump is installed. It was done locally and it's been working fine, and we've already seen a substantial saving on heat. I don't know how it's going to work when it's -20 out, but find out. And they went over and accepted the strat plan. You know, we went over and accepted the strat plan with minor corrections and amendments, and that's all I have.
Thank you, Councillor Turkey. I had a Pines meeting today, so I'll go over it quick with you. Today we reviewed the service agreement with DSAP. So they've given us 3 samples of funding they'll give us. So these people in this board have worked so hard and got a real good reserve put away, but you get punished for having a good reserve. So the better your reserve, the less they're gonna get you. So we put it off till February to decide which funding agreement, because it being 10 years, we can't open it up for 5. So if the amount they give us isn't substantial enough, we have to wait 5 years to get anything else. So that's what we worked on today. In February, the company that is going to do the pricing, we got $160,000 grant to redo other the walkways and the retaining walls out back, or the elevator, but we're leaning towards the walkways. They have to be safe. And so right now, that's February, the company's coming, they're going to give us a price, and then we'll know with what funding we have, if that'll get us through to get it done. Pines 2, I don't know if anybody's familiar, they've talked about a second Pines building, but it has to be separate from the Pines. Can't be financed through, it's got to be all on its own financing. So I would think it's years away, if ever. But anyhow, we discussed that today. And we have our next meeting February 18th, which a lot more will get done because we have to set our budgets and what we're going to accept in financing or what route we're going to take.
Any idea when they'll have the budget set?
I would think our February meeting that we should be ready to go. So not 100%, but I'm thinking. So yeah. Anyway, that's all I have, and we'll move on. Resolution to adopt the minutes of the January 7th meeting. So I need a mover. Councillor Kirky. That the minutes of the regular council meeting held December 17th, 2024, and the special council meeting held December 19th, 2024, be adopted as published. All in favor? Carried. And the resolution to support the Powassan and District Public Library budget 2025. So I need a mover. Thank you. That we approve the Powassan and District Union Public Library 2025 budget as presented. All in favor? Resolution to approve participation in the City of North Bay Household Hazardous Waste Program 2025. So I need a mover. Counselor Foot and Counselor Scott. That we participate in the City of North Bay Household Hazardous Waste Program for the 2025 at the total cost of $4,048. All in favor? Eric?
Mayor, yeah, Councilor Kirby just has a question there.
I was just wondering if it might be, because this is on record, if you could break it down, what the house cost per household, because the total cost is $4,048. Somebody might question that, but the cost per dwelling is $4.
Yes. Yeah,
So just,
and it didn't go up. It's,
No,
we've been so lucky to be part of that.
Yeah, Mayor, yeah, before we came, I went into the accounts and it was the same cost as last year, and then we started the year before, it was, same cost, so.
Yeah, so they've been very good to us, and
As Councilor Kirky said, it's cost per household, $4 per household.
mhm.
next, resolution to amend the Township of Nipissing Cemetery Committee members. So I need a mover. That we appoint Rod Brennan to the Township of Nipissing Cemetery Committee for the remainder of the council term. All in favor? This resolution is proof of budget preparation policy. I need a mover. Councilor Foot. Councilor. That we approve the corporate policy budget presentation or preparation policy number 2025-01-F. All in favor? Resolution to approve the January newsletter. So I need a mover and second. Councilor Scott. Councilor Kirky. We approve January newsletter for circulation as presented. All in favor? This part of our meeting is declared a public meeting pursuant to the provisions of section 3412 of the Planning Act, RSO 1990, to discuss an application for a change to zoning bylaw 2020-20 by the Township of Nipissing. So, discussion, have you had anybody call in or
Well, just with every zoning bylaw application, we do circulate it 120 meters from the property. Nobody's commented on it in the public. Everybody's familiar with it, 707 Sunset Cove Road, Spy Links Beach in the north end. It's a couple properties up, there's an older dilapidated cottage, I think it's a tree, but they're going to build a new house there. We put some protections in place, though, 'cause there is a fish habitat area in front. So that section of the rezoning will have it all EP in the front, except for their existing dock there. And reading the planning report, they would like for us to upgrade the site plan control area to take into the considerations of the newest biologist report, and to add things like bringing yeast off water away from the building at the back end of the building, and then having it go into like a, what do they call, like those little drain pits, like, so the water stays away from the lake, and just to put up silt fencing. That's something simple, though. We can just add that into the site plan agreement after, but we're really trying to protect that area because it was a fish habitat area, but they've done everything to ease everything.
It's well done. I've read it a few times. It's really well done, so. Any other questions? So I need a mover.
Okay.
Oh, did you?
Pardon me?
You didn't have a question.
No, I was,
No.
you were looking for a mover and I
Yes.
put my hand up, but we said, good as well, so.
That was very well done.
So Councillor Chalapenko and Councillor Percy. That we pass bylaw number 2025-06 being a bylaw to amend zoning bylaw 2020-20 as amended, read this first, second, and third time and passed on the 21st day, January 2025. All in favor?
It's a 20-day appeal period, Gary. It's a 20-day appeal period.
Oh, yeah.
And then, yeah.
Okay, correspondence. So the first item is the 2025 Phenom Conference registration, May 5th to the 7th, held in North Bay. So everybody's read this, has the forms. So Kim, do you want to speak to it?
Yeah, so it's a great conference. Councillor Foot and Councillor Kirkby attended last year and got great information from it when it was held in Sudbury. So if council members want to attend, they can complete whatever package they would like to go and let the office know, or send an email to any of us at the office, and we can complete the registration form on your behalf and get it in. If you're able to let us know before the early deadlines, for costing, but again, I know schedules change in that to attend, and if all of council's able to go, because it is in North Bay, then that would be great, and we can send it in.
Once we have everybody's registration information, we'll do a resolution of council to authorize the attendance.
Good.
Okay.
Okay. Northern Ontario Service Deliverers Association media release, new reports highlight staggering growth in homeless across Northern Ontario. A full copy of the report is available at the township office and NOSDA Homeless Research Key Messages. So information, everybody's read it.
Yeah, and if you do want a copy of the report, either printed or electronic, you can let the office know. It's a 136-page report, so I didn't print it as part of the correspondence. We just printed out the key messages for members of council.
Yeah. So today, the city of Kingston declared a food crisis. And there's been other cities. I didn't realize that, but who would think Kingston? 1 in 3 families can't afford their groceries, they're saying, in Kingston area. So it's pretty shocking.
Do we have numbers for our town?
No, but the food bank in Powassan has numbers. They're really well organized and set up out there. They would be the ones to talk to, but
Yeah, because they're a district food bank.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, they have a great setup. If you ever get a chance, we can go up and talk to them.
We can reach Tab as well and see if they have any information.
Yes, okay, thank you. Crime Stoppers, January is Crime Stoppers Month. This year's theme, empowering through education, prevention, and through action. So just another information, I imagine everybody's read it over. Every year we do this. Number 4, resolution from the town of Kearney regarding the changes to the Planning Act through the More Homes Built Faster Act 2022 and cutting red tape to build More Homes Act 2024. So it's an information what they're looking to do. I'm not looking for any sponsorship on it. And the minutes, the Township of Nipissing Recreation Committee held January 6, 2025. So I need a mover. Good.
Chat about it.
That we accept the correspondence as presented. All in favor? Accounts. So has everybody went over the accounts? Any questions?
So am I to take that this is our last contribution to the health center?
It does look like we have one more to go. It does say year 20 on there, but it looks like there was 1 year that was put into reserves that wasn't actually paid to them, so that'll come up in the budgeting for it. So we do have one more to go for that.
Oh, okay.
I need a mover. That the statement of accounts dated January 4th, 7th, and 8th, and 15th, 2025, totaling $170,806.95 be approved. All in favor? I need a mover and a seconder. No. For Councillor Perky, Councillor Scott. That we pass bylaw number 2025-07, being a bylaw to confirm the proceedings of council at its meeting held on January 21st, 2025. Read this first, second, and third time and passed on the 21st day of January 2025. All in favor? Over. Legal. Counselor Foot. That the meeting be adjourned
7:06.
7:06.